And God, fucking
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Who would have thought at that point that Woody Harrelson would have pulled off something so?
Because what was he in? Like
evil.
White Man Can't Jump and then Money Train.
He was in Cheers.
Oh, he was.
He was Woody. He was Woody on Cheers, and you're like, why was he cast as this? And it's like Oliver Stone said, that motherfucker can be evil.
Yeah.
You know, Juliette Lewis. That was, whenever she was really starting to start rolling in the early '90s.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. had just really got off his cocaine deal. And was not doing too well, but just pulled
before he went to jail too.
Yeah,
it's okay. I think RDJ pulled out of it.
Oh,
yeah, I think
I
he's
would
doing
say so. Yeah, I would say so. And whenever they would show, the demons behind everybody in the red, and they were showing their evil side of it, and he would, even the animation in the middle of it.
Absolutely.
Holy crap. There was just so many great things about this movie. I could just remember dissecting it every time I watched it.
Right.
And would just over and over. And then they came out with the director's cut.
Yeah.
Like 10 years after, and then it has a couple of extra parts, nothing really too notable, except for where he's got the hostage where he grabs her, and then he like rapes her, which is pretty bad.
Which it's implied in the movie, but
it's implied, but then they show it, which was very, very, very evil. And God, Juliette Lewis was tremendous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even Scagnetti.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, the one thing about the whole documentary that I remember watching is Tom Sizemore's talking, and he starts imitating Oliver Stone. He's like, "Yeah, man. So I got this six leg table, and if one of those legs is off, the table's gonna wobble. You gonna fuck up my table, man? You know what I mean? So, and Tom Sizemore was a pretty wicked dude at that time too. He was going through some shit, but they just created this.
He was on a roll there for a little bit. He had this, and then The Relic, and then Saving Private Ryan.
Well, Saving Private Ryan, they were going to shut down the whole thing if he fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg told him, you fuck up, guess what? I already got somebody to replace you. I will refilm everything if you fuck up. And they had a lot done already, too.
Whoa, dude.
He was like, I will go back if you fuck this up. But he made the right decision to stay clean for that movie. But, I mean, this movie, you have to be on drugs.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how many times I saw it. I was
the
fucked
stuff
up.
in the desert, yeah.
For sure.
Every part of it. And that's 25 years. Jesus Christ. Just like the 10th anniversary of
District 9.
District 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was another fucking crazy movie. Badass
Well,
movie.
the groundbreaking one, all the different filming techniques and just the graphic nature of the previous movie you were talking about, Natural Born Killers. With this one, District 9, I remember the first teaser, which isn't even footage in the movie, and I love when they do that. The first teaser is an alien getting interviewed in like an interrogation room, and they're like, "Why are you here?" and stuff like that. But then when you watch the movie, it's so cool. Like, and audiences are so accustomed to that camera following someone around, especially now, I think, but even more so now than in 2009. But because
Van der Merwe. I can't even say it. Wickus
Van der Merwe.
Yeah, Van der Merwe. No,
the visual effects are so damn good in this movie, and they still hold up, dude.
Yeah, those are two movies that I really did enjoy. I mean, Natural Born Killers is good to pull it out because I had seen it so many times. Hundreds of times probably, and now if I watch it once a year now, I'm lucky just because I remember every bit of it.
I'm with you. That was a movie I watched so profusely that I don't even know that I watch it once a year now.
I know.
But you're right because you know every piece of it. You're like,
you still watch it and it's like, yep, it's still there.
It's still there. Yeah.
And District 9 is kind of like that, but District 9 I can still.
Dude, in District 9
really enjoy
is one of those stories where because Halo fell apart, they were going to make a Halo movie. They even shot like a little short film, him and Peter Jackson. So Peter Jackson's producing for Neil Blomkamp, which, by the way, you can watch the Oat Studio stuff on Amazon Prime if you ever get a chance to.
Pretty cool stuff, too.
That's his movie studio that they're kind of trying to start up. There's a lot of short films and little things on there. So because the Halo rights things fell through or whatever it is, because Microsoft's really protective about that, even though they're making a Showtime series about it. Now, 10 years later, finally.
I didn't play those games at all.
Yeah, they're popular. I played the first, two.
I remember I had lots of friends, my cousins. They were like
everybody
all into it.
Right.
Like, let's hook these TVs up together and these consoles. You know what I mean? I'm like,
And I'm like, Golden.
I'll help you. And then I'm out.
GoldenEye was way better.
Yeah. So Neil Blomkamp gets this opportunity to
about
make this original because he made a short film and he gets this opportunity
with
and
Charlize Theron too. And then it's the original short film for District 9, I think, had Charlize Theron in it.
I don't know if it does. It has Charlito Copley in it though, and
Yeah.
the aliens look all different. They're all like tentacly, and they walk around. They look like Cousin It, but they're like tentacles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And,
no, I'm pretty sure it was Charlize Theron because they were friends.
I don't remember. Maybe
because Charlton Copley is like one of my favorite actors right now.
Yeah, you really like him, huh?
Yeah,
he's pretty cool. I like him, but I don't think he can hold an American accent. He has to keep like his native. Like,
yeah, he can. He's fucking Murdoch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyway,
he's the new Murdoch.
I just think it's cool that he gave him whatever it was, like $75 million, and it's like, here, go make this like passion project of yours. And they worked really hard on all the designs, and like the visual effects are really good.
It looks so real.
It looks so real. It's really photorealistic.
Yeah, it holds up to this day.
It
so
was nominated for
good.
4 Oscars, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Best like original screenplay and best picture, I believe. Best visual effects.
Well, any other?
Well, and speaking of Neil Blomkamp, a little bit of bad news there. He's off RoboCop Returns.
Yeah.
He was going to direct, which is a direct sequel to RoboCop from 1987. One of my favorite movies. I love that. I'd buy that for $1. He's not going to direct that, but he is directing some sort of mystery thriller, so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've digressed on this Quickcast quite a bit.
Yeah.
Do we want to wrap it up here, guys? Does anybody have a mixtape?
I believe Tyson said he brought.
Well, I didn't write it down. I have to go get it.
Well, I always have a mixtape.
I've been listening to the Spoon has a new album out. It's Everything Hits at Once, Greatest Hits, and it has a new track on it too. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I haven't really seen a lot of newer CDs coming out. For it's been a while, you know.
Yeah, I had neither.
Nothing
so
that we haven't talked about. You know?
Yeah, I had neither. So I saw that Spoon, and it's I like Spoon. I don't know. It doesn't have it has 13 tracks. One of them's new, and like 12 greatest hits. It's pretty cool. It has The Way We Get. That's The Way We Get By is kind of the song that got me into him, and it's on there. So
Right. Cool. My mixtape this week, really, I stuck with a single band on this one.
Okay.
We've talked extensively about this band, and especially the main archer of the whole band. I guess that's the right word for it.
Sounds very.
He is very influential in the world of my music and everybody's music nowadays.
Yeah.
I think he's doing scores now. It's kind of crazy.
Right on.
So this is pretty much my ultimate Queens of the Stone Age mix.
Oh.
So I took pretty much 2 songs from every one of their records, the ones that have kind of hit me the most. So I'm going to start off with number 1, which being Queens of the Stone Age, The Bronze. If you, I don't know, this is one of the extra tracks off the first record that I had loved because when it was released, this one wasn't released with it. So on the re-release that they did back in 2011 or something like that, they actually did put this one on there. It's one of my favorite ones. Number 2 is You Can't Quit Me, Baby. From the same record. Then we hit Rated R. Now, Rated R has got some of their most accessible tunes on it, I would really think. And the first one is Lost Art of Keeping a Secret, that was the first introduction into Queens of the Stone Age for me.
Oh, really?
Seen them on,
great track.
It was on MTV2.
Oh.
Seeing that one that first time was like, oh my God, that was
MTV
great.
Too.
MTV2, like
when they played music.
Yes.
MTV
Yeah.
used to play music.
Right.
Well, it was like when MTV had some music and then reality shows, and then MTV2 still played music.
Still had nothing but cool
And
shit
then
on it.
MTV2 was all reality shows.
Yes, and
Yes.
they jumped the fucking shark on that shit. So
Sorry, we digress off of your mixtapes here.
So number 4 would be Monsters in the Parasol.
Nice.
Another really just like awesome track off that one. Now we get to their third record, which was the one with Dave Grohl in it.
Yes.
Their most, I guess, not accessible, but the most famous one that everybody knows kind of the most of. First to Giveth is one of the most awesome fucking songs on that one.
Absolutely.
I love everything about it. And then my favorite song out of that whole CD was Gonna Leave You. It's so poppy. And so, like, I don't know, it's just like a really cool rock song. Just a badass song. I wish they would have played it when I saw them. Then we get to my favorite record out of all of them. And I think this one has kind of pretty much the most, how do you say, just everything on it, from Lullabies to Paralyze. Everybody Knows That You're Insane. you can just sing along to that whole fucking song over and
Absolutely.
over again. I used to listen to this record so much. It was over and over and over again because I skipped it. I don't know how I skipped this record, but after it came out, I was just like, I'm just gonna kind of cool out. I wasn't really listening to music at the time when it came out, but then when I discovered this one, I was like, oh my god, this record has the most tracks on it. It's got the most content, and it's got the coolest fucking songs out of everything. Right after that, I got Skin on Skin, just because it's so fucking. I don't know, just the fuzz tone on that one is awesome. Then we move on to Era Vulgaris, which a lot of people really, this is kind of like the Troll record almost. This is the one where people are like, I love this one the most, and it's Make It With You, because that was first a Desert Session song with like PJ Harvey and things like that, and then they put it on this record, which was fucking pretty badass. It's so smooth. Then you got Suture Up Your Future after that one. Then we hit their Like Clockwork album, which so many newer fans have hit that one. That was their first introduction to the Queens of the Stone Age because they had such a lull in between those records, like 6 years or something like that. It is The Vampire Time and Memory, which was such an awesome track on it. Then after that, Smooth Sailing is my next track on that one. Then we get to their Villains album. Feet Don't Fail Me is a pretty awesome fucking song.
And that's recent, right? When did that come out? 2008, 2017, 2018? 2016.
16,
Okay.
yeah. No, I just that whole record's pretty good too.
Pretty good.
Then he hit Domesticated Animals. Got really cool lyrics in it, everything like that. But that's pretty much my Queens of the Stone Age mixtape, which is I can listen to this one over and over again too, just because it's got some of my favorite songs on it. So
one of my favorite bands. So
yes,
cool.
One of mine too. And like I said, we talk about the main person on this one all the time because he has influenced so much shit out there right now. So one of these days we are going to get these out there on Spotify or something like that, so that way you can kind of partake in some of these. So anything else you guys want to mention?
Keep it real.
Peace, love, and chicken grease. Or love, peace, and chicken grease, however that goes.
I want some mashed potatoes.
And anybody that's listened to any of our archive stuff, go back to the very first episode because the 35th anniversary of one of our favorite movies actually has hit their milestone now, and that's Buckaroo Banzai.
Absolutely.
Came out in 1986. Was it 86 or no? It wasn't. I'm going to edit that out.
It was 84, wasn't
it? It was 84. Yeah. So 1984.
That's how it comes to fives.
Yes, I know.
35 years.
Okay, I'm going to cut all of that out.
35 years. 35 years for Buckaroo Banzai. Go back and listen to it in the archives. First episode. We also got the Stooges out there. That's their 50th anniversary, right?
50th anniversary.
Get out there. Shout us out in the comments on the Twitterverse, in the Googles, in the internet world, the World Web.
Well, right now we got the After Dark podcast.
Yes, new After Darks coming out at you.
We have, and now the Stooges was an After Dark.
Yep.
We have our Quickcast that you're listening to right now. We have our regular Drop Culture podcast, which we kind of dive into different subjects like Buckaroo Banzai
or The Last Dragon.
Movies. The Last Dragon was one of the latest ones that we released there.
Some concepts on there as well.
Correct. Which coming up, we have a pretty good concept. So the next episode that should come out is be one of our concept episodes as well. Yeah. And then we also have, what is our last podcast that we got? The special edition, the Drop Culture special edition of Neon Genesis Evangelion, which we've been getting a lot of feedback on that one, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so. Absolutely.
But hit us up on Twitter at Culture Dropped, Instagram, Drop Culture Podcast, Facebook, Drop Culture Podcast, everything Drop Culture Podcast. Just hit us up. If you guys have any suggestions, please send them on in. Send us your hate mail. We always like to have people fucking talk shit to us. We got a hotline.
You can get to all those places by going to www.dropculture.com.
Please send us your hate mail. We want to hear
some. And then we should forward some hate mail to Universal Pictures for canceling The Hunt.
Yes. And Warner Brothers for canceling Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And to my third grade teacher for being a bitch.
Fuck you, Miss O. All right. So signing out from the Drop Culture Podcast Studios in sunny Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm Brock.
I'm Tyson.
And I'm Dan.